Hi. What up, my G's? Are you ready for Lupus Awareness Month, day 9 in a row? I can let you know, I have not missed one single solitary day, and that's amazing for me. We don't know if that's going to happen all month. I will be traveling starting Tuesday, and it's Saturday, and tomorrow's Mother's Day. Go hug your mother. Is your mother alive? Go hug them. Because you don't know how long you have them. Is your mother a warrior of some sort? Go hug them. Thank you. So day 9. Oh, if you don't know me, if you've never met me, hello, nice to meet ya. I am this ridiculous all of the time. And my name is Tennille. I guide people through claiming their lives or their identity and designing full lives after diagnosis or major life disruption. We're here. We're doing the things. We are not backing down. You know, Lupus is trying. Oh, tell me if you see me everywhere, please, because I just realized Instagram was not seeing me. Rude, disrespectful. I'm so sorry, guys. I appreciate every one of you. I promise. Now let's comment so I know who you are and where you're coming from. I'm going to make this short. I just keep talking about everything else. I've had a long day. Watch my stories. I'll try to make a post tonight about the event I was at today. But we did Pilates. You're moving like a centimeter and your body's on fire. It's crazy. Okay, so today's topic, guys, today's topic is medication and side effects. So, what can I say? Essentially, sometimes like surviving lupus means taking medications that they save your life. Yes. I will never deny that certain medications, even experimental medications that they used on me, saved my life. I will also say it also changes your life because side effects are real. Side effects are no game. I have experienced so many of these stories. I could just do an episode telling stories of weird, diabolical, insane side effects that I've had. I'm awesome. How are you? And I could fill up an hour of a podcast because when you get told like you need to take something or you will not be here anymore, you're not asking too many questions. You're like, okay, cool. Like, what is it? Let me have it right now. So they don't tell you. So lupus treatments, let me tell you some of them, the way that they usually, oh my goodness, Lene, hello. I see you so soon. So some of the medications that they use right now for lupus, steroids. Steroids have always been a like staple in the lupus world. Okay. Hydrochloroquine, which is a medicine that I have a bad reaction to, and every single doctor I see is like, have you ever tried this? Of course I've tried that, and of course it's not good for me. I get migraines. I have a horrible reaction to it, but it's a staple medication in their routine, so they always are going to attempt to give it to you, whether or not you have a bad reaction to any of them. So immunosuppressants, which is because it's the immune system being overreactive, and they're going to try to give you immunosuppressants, and that makes sense. It's like logical. However, that leaves you susceptible to a lot of other things. Biologics and pain medicines. So that's the problem with the medical system anyways. Let me get off this soapbox right quick because I was about to go in, and I will leave it, because the problem with the medical system really is finding the loopholes. America is one of the only places that has sick care. Like, they want you to stay sick, not too sick, not too expensively sick, just sick enough, but you have a prescription to fill every month, and you need doctors frequently, and you need to depend on, lab coat people all the time. Like, they need you to, at some point, it went from like healing the sick to, keeping the sick strung out. Like, you're addicted to a drug, it's a different one, it's a pharmaceutical, but yeah, it's not super profitable to find cures. When you find a cure, oh, you gotta have nothing else to talk about. So let's talk about steroids. So steroids are the first big drugs that I got on. When I'll never forget taking prednisone for the first time. Prednisone is like the kind of granddaddy of the lupus drugs. A lot of other people take it, but I can look at somebody's face and be like, oh, they take prednisone. Because of the reaction it had, I can look at my old picture and be like, what dosage I was on. Because your face just gets super round. You can be young, you can be old, it doesn't matter. You get super round. And what prednisone does is it kind of dehydrates you and puffs you up, right? So you are chronically like hungry and craving salt, and simultaneously dehydrated, and your body's retaining all kinds of water. So, and even sometimes, I know it's specifically the face, because like sometimes I can see my pictures and I'm like super skinny in the body, and face is a straight full moon, like a full moon. So it's weight gain, moon face. That's like the coined term for it. Weight gain, moon face, mood swings. Oof, the mood swings. You just feel insane. You just feel outside of your mind. Like, why am I so mad? It's partially like some chronic pain stuff, and then it's partially this medication has you on edge, and it's weird. Anxiety, depression. Yeah, you're depressed from all of the side effects that you're getting, because it genuinely can save your life. Like, I have gone from death's door to, oh, I feel okay. Overnight taking a dosage of prednisone. That's just not, that's not a long-term thing, because side effects are worse than whatever you're going through in the first place. Anywho, toaster strudel. Insomnia. This is a big one. Not insomnia. Insomnia is a big one, but our culture, we have insomnia no matter what you're doing, almost. But bone loss. Hello. Why does no one talk about bone loss? Why is everyone taking prednisone and no one tells you need to do weight-bearing exercise to save yourself? The amount of people that I see in the like Facebook pages that are like, I lost all my teeth and I don't know why, and I fractured this and that and bippity boppity boopity. How much prednisone are you taking, babes? How long have you been taking it? I was off and on prednisone for like 10 years. And I will never say that I will never, take it again or whatever, but it really messes you up. It's not something to be on for a long term. None of these are, honestly. You got to find things that are complementary, like something that's going to help that drug work better. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody on Tatey Talkity. Blood sugar issues. And you know why blood sugar issues? Because it has you having crazy hunger and crazy cravings. An increased infection risk. And you know why it's infection risk? It's because it dulls your immune system so badly that everything can get in. It's dulling your immune system. Dang, I'm on a soapbox tonight. Listen, it's Saturday. I'm down to clown. Okay, I'm about to talk all about prednisone. Like we're gossiping. This is the tea. Okay, this is the tea, because it's upsetting to me that they don't talk about this. No doctor had ever told me any of this. I had to learn this on my own, and by experience, and writing things down and then putting things together. And like when I first got diagnosed, there was no, groups and stuff that weren't just people sitting around in a circle crying, and people were embarrassed to talk about their side effects and this and that and the other. Now the Facebook group, people be telling you everything and showing pictures, and everyone is just like, tell me the truth. Tell me what it is. So I love that. Anywho, so hydrochloroquine is another like staple medication that they give everyone. Like when you first are diagnosed, that's like, they're going to try it on you. It doesn't matter what. Like the amount of doctors that I've lost count of the amount of doctors who told me, you need to be on this as a staple, I can't think of the word, but like something that's in your routine all the time, just a maintenance. That's what it is. A maintenance drug. So even if I was feeling great, even if I was like, I'm walking on sunshine, they're like, no, you need to take Plaquenil hydroxychloroquine. Plaquenil is another name for it. So if I'm saying hydrochloroquine, that's like the original name, and most people are taking Plaquenil. So it can reduce flares. It helps with joint and skin symptoms, and it may protect organs over time. May protect organs. May do all these things. So that's why it's a maintenance drug, because they're like, oh, if you take this, it could possibly maybe sort of kind of help you with this thing, but maybe not. But just take it because everyone else is taking it. You know, I was supposed to have this man who was on my podcast before. I'm not going to say his name because he wrote a book and I want him to be back on. But he's a male lupus warrior. Hey, Sonia. And he asks his rheumatologist, okay? This man, he big, burly, muscly, and he asks his rheumatologist, like, what's your percentage of people that you've healed in your practice? If it's not, I forget what he said, like 70%, then you're failing, and I don't have to listen to you. I was like, whoa, wow, that's crazy. Because people feel at the mercy of their doctors, especially rheumatologists, especially any specialist, hematology, anybody that's like, I have this coat and I have this degree and I know what you need to take, so you better take it, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take the dose that they say. You don't have to take it in the frequency they say. You live inside your body, and you get to make the rules. Your body, your rules. My body, my choice. My life, not yours. So it's a taco burrito conversation, nachos. Dang, I should use that for Cinco de Mayo the other day. That's a good one. Anywho, there's another thing. So those drugs, they can cause retinal toxicity. That's another thing. Besides the bone loss, retinal toxicity. You got to get your eyes checked every year, like the back of your eyes, because it can deteriorate the back of your eyes very, very, very quickly, and you could have a toxicity back there that is not curable. You just, oh, I'm blind today. Cool, awesome. Like, they do not tell you any of these things. They're just like, it's going to save your life. Take this medicine. And people are trained to not ask any questions, and then are confused as to, like, I'm not dead technically, but I am, I feel like death. I look like death, but I'm taking all my medications that they told me to take. It's crazy. Yes, this is the plan that we want to get off of. This is the bicycle we want to get off of. This is ridiculous. It upsets me. Like, I don't often talk about this stuff, like, on my regular main podcast, because I'm super irritated by the state of our medical system and chronic illness, and specifically lupus, because that's, my bag. But you, please, if you don't take anything away from this podcast, take away that you are allowed to research and you are allowed to question the authorities that may be, and you should not feel terrible on and off medication. There's got to be better, right? You might be in pain now. All pain ends, okay? So find a way to make it that you're not miserable, swollen, bloated, and in pain, and just following directions. If I'm gonna be all that, it's because I've gone off plan. Like, I went all the way to the left, and I'm trying, I don't know, enemas or sunning my butthole. I don't know. You know how people do all these extra crazy stuff? Yes. So, like, I'm not doing that, taking the prescriptions that they tell me to take it. We're going to track it, and we're going to try something different, and we're going to try something different, and we're going to experiment with this, because if your way is not working, if you haven't cured a huge percentage of your people, you're not curing me, and we are going to look at my options. And that's what I want for you. That's what I demanded for myself, and my life is better than it was. Okay, so I took all these notes, and I always be going on tangents. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the mental, emotional side of it now. So the medication has you on this scary balance, right? Of if I question them and I'm wrong and something happens to me, it's my fault. I've ruined everyone's lives. I've ruined my own life. It's scary, right? It's scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not a scary state to be in or to think about. There just came for me a breaking point that I would rather not be here than to be here doing this. I was taking 18 medications. I was giving myself shots, blood thinner shots every single day. And my life revolved around timers. I was 20 something years old. My life revolved around timers of when I'm taking medication, of I couldn't go hang out with my friends because, oh, they're going out to eat. Oh, I can't eat until this time. I can go and sit there if you want me to. No, we don't want that. Just, stay inside. We'll hang out another day. Like, people don't want to deal with it as much as I don't want to deal with it, right? Uh-oh. What happened now, guys? How did I get in trouble? I got in trouble on TikTok. I said something. I see. That's why I don't get into these conversations. I do not want to offend. It is what it is, though. It literally is. There's nothing I can do except for be real. And if that's too much, that's too much. Sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so specifically, your self-esteem can take a huge hit because it affects the way you look. I remember telling my mother, looking in her face and saying, I look like a monster. And my mom essentially broke into tears because she's like, don't say that. You're beautiful. You look different right now, but you are beautiful and you're breaking my heart. And I felt really bad. I did, but that's how I felt. That is how I felt. I felt like a monster. My skin was every color. My hair was like peach fuzz on a peach. I was green. I was so skinny. I was so frail. I just felt disgusting inside and outside. So, I wish that I had something better to tell you about that, because every time it happens, every flare up I've had, I go through this big dip in self-esteem. It's like, like this is happening again. The only thing I can really say is to build up your self-esteem so much while you are feeling yourself. Remember that this is just a season and you could look like the baddie that you are at any moment. Have you ever, you were working out and taking care of yourself, doing a new routine, and then all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, who is that? Who is she? Is that me? When did I get sexier? Crazy. Because sometimes that happens and you don't notice because you're looking at yourself every day, right? You're looking at yourself every day, you're sick every day, I look like this now, weight gain, prednisone, blah, 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 blah. And then you start to feel better and you don't even realize you're feeling a little bit better and you feel a little bit better. And then you look at yourself and you're like, wow, she's hot. Oh, that's me. Crazy. So I beg you, just have some patience, have some faith that you will be top shape you again. This is not forever. It doesn't have to be forever. Okay. Build that self-confidence up today. This is why I'm relentless with my affirmations. I've done my affirmations crying because I will not allow be me that tears myself down to the ground. If everybody in this world thinks I'm disgusting, I better think I'm something special. I'm something amazing. I refuse. That's just it. I refuse to let it be me that's the one talking the most smack about myself. And you talk to yourself the most. You talk to yourself the most in your head all day long, having inner dialogue conversation. So you believe you. And it's my voice telling me that hey, baddie, you're doing great. You're doing great. You might be a little thicker than normal. You might be a little slimmer than normal. But you know what? That beautiful soul shines right on through, girl. Okay. Tangent. It's Saturday. Can you tell? Saturday night. Okay. Oh, one of the things that really affects a lot of women, I don't know about men, because I feel like men go bald all the time. You can just shave your head and have a baldy. Women, thinning hair, losing hair. Like when you get older, anyways, your hair texture changes. So like it's as if you all of a sudden turn into an old person. And I've lost my hair completely twice. I mean, I looked cute with short hair, but the first time it happened, I bawled. I said no, because my dad had a thing about women having hair, long hair, and I wasn't allowed to cut my hair as a kid. I cut it senior year, and I got junior year. I got my senior pictures back, and my hair was short, and Daddy was like, "What is that?" Because I had it flipped up, so like when he couldn't exactly tell how short it was until he saw the picture, and he was like, "What? Where is your hair?" So like hair was a big identity thing. It's your crown, and I was very self-conscious when my hair fell out. Now I don't care. I can just buy some new hair. It's fine. Everything's great. So I'm gonna tell this last story. Dang, I had so much other stuff to say, but dang, I talked so long. Okay. So the major thing that really got me off of the meds is that I was waitressing, right? I was waitressing, and I was on a good medicine schedule. One of my medications is called Celcept, and it's a cancer medication usually, but they now give chemotherapy to a lot of lupus, right? So I was taking Celcept, I was taking prednisone, I was taking maybe one other medication. I was weaning off of things just like maintenance drugs, right? Not necessarily flared or anything. So I'm blissfully ignorant to how much these medications cost because I have insurance. I have old people insurance. I got Medicaid, Medicare, bippity boppity and boop. I got all the medications, some things. I have all the insurance. So I don't know, and I don't care. Then all of a sudden, my insurance is cut off. I don't know that that's happening. I go to the pharmacy that's right across the street from the restaurant I worked in. Shout out Applebee's, Yonkers, Cross County Mall. Yeah. And they say my insurance isn't working. I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay out of pocket. Celcept cost $150 per pill, and I was taking it twice a day. Excuse me, what? I said that's what I said. Complete silence and blinking. You can hear me blinking like in the cartoons. Blink, 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 blink. Like, what? What do you mean? So not only, and I was taking prednisone. So these two medications, specifically my doctor said, if you miss a dose of this and don't wean off of these medications, your heart could go into shock and you could have a heart attack. Your heart could just stop beating. So I am immediately sweating, freaking out. I tell my parents, something's going on, something's weird. I don't exactly explain to them what's going on immediately because I'm like a little like, okay, well, I can get it fixed. And then I tell you, when I call insurance are the people who maybe cry more than any boyfriend, anything in my life. I've cried on the phone to insurance people over and over and over again because their entire job is to not cover as much as they cannot cover, okay? Because otherwise they're consistently just losing money. Like, it makes sense as a business model, but it doesn't make sense because it's people's lives in the balance. According to this doctor, I'm gonna die immediately. So I'm like, I'm not missing it, whatever. So I take all of my money and I'm just shoveling it into the pharmacy to buy 1 day's worth of pills. Prednisone was pretty cheap at that time. I don't know what anything cost at this time, but to get my Celcept pills, $150 per pill that I was taking twice a day. I was working double shift. I was picking up extra shifts. I was doing everything until I eventually had to my parents were like, what, girl, let me pay for this medicine. But like, I felt ashamed and I thought I was a real adult. I was adulting so well before that. And they don't tell you that part, that like, we're going to put you on this medication that's extraordinarily expensive without insurance, and your insurance might lapse. Your insurance might have a hiccup. They might stop covering this at some point and you need to go to something else, a generic or the real, whatever it is. The fact that the medications have your life in a balance, in the balance, and they don't care. And they're just prescribing you like it's nothing. And they don't care when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place is something I have issue with. I will never, God willing, knocking on wood, I will never allow my well-being, my sanity, my confidence to be wrapped up in the pharmaceutical industry again. They cannot have me. I understand that there's going to be times in everyone's lives that you should be taking medication. However, I'm going to do everything within my power to not go there and do those things. And speaking of that, did you know that what you eat has some power over how you feel and how your medications work? And doing a masterclass on Wednesday. If you didn't, now you do. Hello. Please meet me on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got to register. It's free, but it's called From Illness to Brilliance, How to Rebuild Your Health, Energy, and Life, the edition. And I'm going to take you through how I eat, how I live a vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle, where I realize that food be thy medicine is legit. It is not a game. It is not just a cute thing. I'm telling you, the way that I eat, the way that I change, the way that I eat now, saved me. That's a huge claim, huge claim. And I'm a dietetic technician, so I'm a medical professional in that way, not a doctor. And any changes you make, talk to your doctors. You do have the right to do whatever you want. But please come to this masterclass. We will have a very candid conversation, and I won't get strikes on my TikTok live when I am very honest and passionate about the things that I'm talking about. This is a very long live, and oopsie daisy. Sorry, not sorry. It had to be said. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Look at these comments. Build self-confidence before we need it. Tell it, relate. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Bren. Sunning the buttocks. Yeah, that people are saying medical claims about that. I don't. Show me the science. I don't want to talk about that. Taco burrito nacho body. Yes, amen. Lupus Comedy Tour 2026. Thank you. Boom. All right, guys. Yes, prednisone is dangerous. It's very true. Thank you guys so much for being here. And you guys have a lovely night. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Love on your moms. Love on your mummies. They deserve it. You wouldn't be here without them. So remember that. Get them nice gifts. And if you don't have anything to get them nice gifts, write them a nice card. Give them all the snuggles. And to all my moms out there, happy Mother's Day. I'll see you tomorrow on Mother's Day. Love you so much. Stay happily healed. Bye.